Look at this, $4,200 right there on the sticker, in plain sight. And almost nobody, literally 99% of buyers, signs their name underneath it without ever asking what it actually means. Here's what's actually happening in showrooms right now in 2026. The average new car is selling for over $48,000. That's not a rumor. That's the transaction data from Q1 of this year. And buried inside every single one of those deals is a layered system of fees, add-ons, financing traps, and insurance upsells that dealerships, lenders, and manufacturers have quietly perfected over decades. First-time buyers between 18 and 32 are the #1 target. Why? Because you're excited, you're emotional. You've probably been saving for this, and the people across that desk, they are professionally trained to keep you that way, excited, rushed, and signing before you ever slow down long enough to read the fine print. Let me put this in terms that actually hit. If you're renting right now, and a lot of you watching this are that $4,200 in mystery line items on that window sticker, that's 3 to 4 months of rent in most mid-sized cities. Gone before you even drive off the lot. And that's just the sticker. That's before we talk about the finance office. What insiders literally call the box, where a second salesperson you've never met is about to offer you products you don't understand, bundled into a monthly payment so small sounding you won't even flinch. That's before we talk about the dealer markup on your interest rate, the add-on warranties that duplicate coverage you already have, the paint protection packages applied to cars that came from the factory already sealed. Every single one of these things exists because the system assumes you don't know. And right now, as you're watching this, someone your age is sitting in a dealership chair losing money they will spend the next 5 years paying back. So let's change that. Here are 11 things your dealership is genuinely hoping you never find out. Okay, so you walk into a dealership, you spot the car you want, and you see this sticker on the window. Most people assume that's the official price from the manufacturer. Here's where it gets sneaky. There are actually 2 stickers. The first one, the Monroney label, that is the official manufacturer price. Federal law requires it, but right next to it, that second sticker, the addendum. That one is entirely made up by the dealer, and in 2026, those addendum stickers have gotten aggressive. We're talking market adjustment lines anywhere from $500 to $5,000 on popular models like the 2026 Honda CR-V Hybrid and the Chevy Equinox EV. That line literally just means the dealer decided to charge you more because demand is high. It has zero backing from the manufacturer. Then there's the protection package bundle. Paint sealant, fabric protection, nitrogen-filled tires. Sounds premium, right? In reality, nitrogen inflation costs about $10 at a tire shop. Paint sealant is a $30 product a detailer sprays on in 20 minutes, and fabric protection, a $12 can of Scotch Guard from a hardware store. Dealers bundle these as a $1,200 to $2,500 package and mark it as pre-installed, meaning they'll tell you it can't be removed. It absolutely can be negotiated. Never accept an addendum sticker at face value. If the dealer won't budge on market adjustments, walk out because another dealer almost certainly will deal. This one genuinely surprised people when it started rolling out, and by 2026, it is completely standard practice across major brands. Here's the reality. When your new car rolls off the assembly line, the heated seat coils are already installed in your seat cushion. The remote start module is already wired into your vehicle. The hardware for hands-free highway driving assist is physically sitting inside your car. But when you get to the dealership, those features are digitally locked. And to unlock them, you pay a monthly subscription. In 2026, GM's Super Cruise hands-free driving feature on the Silverado EV and Blazer EV runs $25 per month after a trial period ends. Toyota's Remote Connect subscription, which includes Remote Start, is bundled into their Connected Services package. Hyundai's Blue Link tier, required for full remote features on the 2026 Ioniq 6, starts at $99 per year, but climbs if you want the full suite. BMW still offers heated seat subscriptions in several markets outside North America, and industry analysts are watching to see if that model expands stateside. The frustrating part? You financed or paid for a car that includes this hardware in its sticker price. The cost of those components is baked into what you paid. The software lock is a second revenue stream on top of a purchase you already made. Before you sign, ask your dealer directly, which features on this trim require ongoing subscriptions? Get the answer in writing, because that $450 a year subscription bill can quietly inflate your total ownership cost over a 5-year loan. You've picked your car, you've negotiated the price, and you feel good walking into that back office. That's the finance and insurance office, the F&I desk. And for most dealerships in 2026, it is one of the highest profit per transaction areas in the entire building. Here's the mechanic that most buyers never know exists. When the F&I manager tells you the bank approved you at 6.9% APR, that number almost certainly isn't the rate the bank actually offered. Lenders give dealers what's called a buy rate, the actual lowest rate your credit profile qualifies for, let's say 5.4%. The dealer then marks that up to 6.9% and pockets the difference over the life of your loan. That practice is called dealer reserve, and it is completely legal and almost never disclosed. On a $35,000 loan over 60 months, a 1.5% rate markup costs you roughly $1,400 in extra interest. In 2026, with average new car transaction prices sitting near $48,000, according to Cox Automotive's Q1 data, that markup hits harder than ever, and F&I managers are incentivized. They earn commission on every point of rate markup they successfully sell. Your defense is simple but powerful. Before you ever set foot in a dealership, get a pre-approval letter from your credit union or an online lender like Lightstream or PenFed. Walk in with your own rate in hand. The dealer can try to beat it, but now you've eliminated the information gap. That one step alone could save you over $1,000 on a single purchase. Here's something that catches almost every first-time buyer completely off guard. Your powertrain warranty, that 5-year, 60,000-mile coverage that sounds bulletproof, has escape hatches buried so deep in the fine print that most people never find them until it's too late. Let's talk about the oil change interval trap. In 2026, most manufacturers, including Ford, Toyota, and GM, have moved to so-called intelligent oil life monitoring systems. Sounds convenient, right? Here's the problem. The warranty documentation, specifically in the appendix, not the main coverage section, requires you to follow the monitoring system's alerts and not exceed a hard 12-month maximum interval, regardless of mileage. Miss that once, and they have grounds to deny a claim. But it gets more specific than that. Many manufacturers now require brand-specific or specification-coded fluids. GM's DexOS1 Gen 3 spec, Toyota's 0.16 genuine fluid requirement, and Ford's WSS M2 C961A1 spec for certain EcoBoost engines. These aren't suggestions. If a dealership or quick lube shop uses a fluid that doesn't carry that certification code, and you can't prove otherwise with receipts, the manufacturer's warranty team can and does deny powertrain claims. The fix is almost embarrassingly simple. Keep every receipt, digital or physical. Take photos of the fluid containers used at every service, and never ever assume the dealership service department automatically uses the right spec fluid. Always ask and verify before they start the work. Your documentation is your armor. This one genuinely surprises people, and it should. When you give an insurance company your VIN to get a quote, you're handing them a complete profile of your vehicle before you say another word. In 2026, insurers like Progressive, Allstate, and LM General are pulling VIN-decoded data that tells them your exact trim level, factory-installed performance packages, and even whether your vehicle has the hardware to support a performance tuning module. A base Honda Civic and a sport touring trim can carry meaningfully different base risk scores, not because of how you drive, but because of how the vehicle is classified in their internal actuarial tables. Now here's the part that catches people completely flat-footed. When you set up your new car's connected services, think GM's OnStar updated platform, Ford's Blue Cruise account activation, or Toyota's updated connected services suite, there's typically a setup screen around step 4 or 5 that includes a data sharing consent clause. It's written in neutral language, something like share anonymized driving data to improve your experience. What it doesn't tell you is that many insurance carriers have active data sharing agreements with those platforms. Opt in there, and your driving behavior, hard braking events, and late-night driving patterns can flow directly into your insurance risk profile without you ever signing up for a telematics program. The move here is simple. Read every screen during your vehicle setup. Decline data sharing until you understand exactly what's being collected and who receives it. Your rate in month 1 might look the same either way, but that data starts influencing renewal pricing faster than most people expect. Alright, this is the one dealership finance managers genuinely hope you never fully understand. The 4-square method. If you've ever sat down at a dealership and seen a piece of paper divided into 4 boxes, purchase price, down payment, monthly payment, and trade-in value, you've already been inside the game. Here's exactly how it plays out in 2026. The salesperson comes back with an offer that shows you a trade-in value that's $2,000 higher than the offer you got from CarMax, or an online appraisal tool like Kelley Blue Book Instant Cash Offer. You feel good. You feel like you won something. But look at what happened in the top left box. The purchase price on the new vehicle quietly moved up $1,800 from the number you discussed on the lot. And the monthly payment box, which is where most buyers are actually focused, only changed by about $11 a month, so it barely registers. Across a 60-month loan at today's average new car financing rate of around 7.1%, that $1,800 bump cost you well over $2,100 total. The dealer effectively gave you back your trade-in bump and then some, while you walked out feeling like you negotiated. The counter strategy is straightforward but requires discipline. Separate every transaction completely. Get your trade-in offer from at least 2 third-party sources first: Carvana, CarMax, or a KBB Instant Cash Offer, and treat that number as your floor. Then negotiate the purchase price of the new car independently, without mentioning your trade-in at all until both numbers are locked in writing. When you control the sequence, you control the outcome. Here's one that costs the average average car owner somewhere between $400 and $800 a year in completely unnecessary services. And dealerships are counting on you never figuring this out. When you pull into a dealership service lane in 2026, the service advisor hands you what looks like an official manufacturer document. It's got the automaker's logo on it. Toyota, Honda, Hyundai, Ford. Looks completely legitimate. But what you're actually looking at is a dealer-generated maintenance menu, not your actual owner's manual schedule. Here's the scam hiding in plain sight. Most modern vehicles, your 2024 or 2025 Camry, your Civic, your F-150 with the 2.7 EcoBoost, have manufacturer-recommended oil change intervals of 10,000 miles for full synthetic, sometimes even pushing to 12,000 miles depending on driving conditions. The dealer's branded menu, it's recommending that same service at 5,000 miles every single time. That's potentially doubling the number of service visits you make per year. And it gets worse. Many dealerships in 2026 are now bundling what they call express care packages, things like tire rotations, multi-point inspections, and cabin air filter replacements into every visit, whether your car actually needs them or not. The average upsell on a single service visit has climbed to around $220, according to industry data tracked through early 2026. Your defense is dead simple. Open your actual owner's manual or go directly to your automaker's official website maintenance portal and look up your vehicle's recommended schedule. That document is your shield. The dealer's laminated menu is their profit tool. Print it out, bring it with you, and watch how fast the conversation changes. And there you have it. 11 things your dealership was counting on you never finding out. From decoding that window sticker to spotting software-locked features you literally already paid for. From exposing the financing desk's profit playbook to understanding how your VIN is quietly working against you at the insurance company, you're now walking into that showroom with eyes wide open. Knowledge is the only negotiating tool that's completely free. Screenshot this, send it to a friend who's about to buy their first car, because that information could save them thousands in 2026. Now, I want to hear from you. Drop in the comments which one of these shocked you the most. Subscribe if you want more content that actually puts money back in your pocket. See you in the next one.